Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jazzy of Star Sasquatch here, and we are doing a streaming Saturday review here. We have three movies here for you. One of them I actually went and rented from the Prime Video. We're going to start with that as One of Them Days, directed by Lawrence Lamont, starring Keke Palmer as Drew, SZA as Alyssa, Vanessa Bell Calloway as Mama Ruth, and Lil Ray Howery as the buyer. When best friends and roommates Drew and Alyssa discover Alyssa's boyfriend has blown their rent money, the duo finds themselves going to extremes in a race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact. The big thing about this movie is it's very funny. Very, very funny. Um, which is good. I wish I would have went and saw this at Den of Thieves, to be honest with you, when it came out. It was a miss by me. This was a good story, and it was like a classical like best friend story where we get the breakdown of their friendship to a degree to where we actually feel like we're in the friendship, and that we kind of know what the faults are of these people, and then when it finally all kind of splits apart, when everything doesn't go their way in the middle of the movie before the story reconnects, we understand why they feel the way they feel about each other because we've been following them this whole movie, and we get it. And I'm gonna say I'm with Drew here, SDA. You can, or Alyssa, you kind of like fucked it all up over getting laid because really everything that goes wrong in this movie is because she's trying to get her dick down from uh, from the guy that she's with, and the guy that she's with is not like the biggest fan. Like Drew's not the biggest fan of him. Like he's kind of a piece of shit. He's with another girl who actually kind of steals the show here. Ziza Scott with Bernice almost kind of steals it. Very good character. Cat Williams is in this. Maud Apatow randomly is in this. She's the white girl that kind of helps them in the end with how they get their money back, which is cool. I'm gonna give this a comedy B plus overall B. Very good movie, very solid entry into this year. I think I'd had a better taste or better taste in my mouth with the movies this year had I gone seen this one instead of Den of Thieves because it would have gave me like a fresher look through the year and been a nice good start. But we kind of messed up here and there. Number two, then I'm glad I went back and saw this one because this one is very good. Very good movie. Very good movie. I highly recommend it. It's gonna be coming on to a streaming service soon. I had to go rent it. I could have went and saw it probably in the cheap movie theater, but I rented it off Prime. It is in the theater section. It was on sale. So that is an option if you don't mind paying for the movie. I don't mind paying for it, so that's why I did it. And this was One of Them Days, directed by Lawrence Lamont. And then the second movie we got here is Elevation, directed by George Nolfi, starring Anthony Mackie as Will, Marina Baccarin as Nina, Maddie Hazen as Katie, Danny Boy Jr. Hunter. A single father and two women venture from the safety of their homes to face monstrous creatures to save the life of a young boy. Honestly, I really didn't like this movie. It's kind of a bland movie, a bland B story, even the kind of A story about why they're leaving the area isn't like the greatest. Like the monsters were kind of lame. Like everything kind of about this movie is kind of like lame. Like the fact that they just can't go uphill, kind of lame. I mean, everything's just like lame about this whole like story here. I feel bad for Anthony Mackie that he had to be involved with it. If anything, I'd say Marina Baccarin is really good in it. She kind of proves her worth in this movie for sure because she's one of the better parts of it. Anthony Mackie, as long as you're in a bad movie, be the best thing in it, and that's all you can ask for that. And that's kind of what Anthony Mackie is here. It's kind of unfortunate they're going to put out Captain America in the theaters, and they're just going to kind of show this on HBO Max, because people will be looking for Anthony Mackie. They're going to kind of watch this, kind of thinking, well, maybe this is a good movie. And they're going to, God damn it, we got fucking got. Because you're going to get got on this movie. Overall D plus. I didn't really think it was a failure. I think that it was boring, it was bland, it was lame. There's a couple things that kind of save it. The main thing that really kind of made it really lame was I never felt like the characters are in any danger. And we're talking about a monster movie where monsters over around the earth supposedly, but the thing that saves it, sorry, I was going to the thing that saves it, is the ending when they finally figure out how to kill these motherfuckers and they just start booming. And I mean, I'm talking about booming. You got to watch, like, if anything, just watch the first 10 minutes, kind of get the feel for the story. Fast forward it to about an hour 20, and then all of a sudden you're going to get this gun introduced to it, and they're going to start popping these motherfuckers like you're in Call of Duty. And it is pretty cool to watch at the end of the movie. Them, like the fireworks, the spectacle of it all. I don't understand if the gun is the reason why they boom, or if the fact that when the monsters die, they just boom. But those motherfuckers pop, and it's pretty awesome. So that's what saved the movie at the very end there. The D plus rating is, I mean, if you want to watch it for that reason only, then that is your reason only. um, more power to you. If you like monster movies, might want to give it a shot. I do kind of like monster movies. I just thought the monsters in this were lame. It kind of reminded me of Quiet Places, and I'm not a very big fan of Quiet Places monsters. I think Cloverfield's like the last like big monster one that I was like really kind of like, oh, that shit was awesome. So Cloverfield Lane would have been it because it would have been John Goodman's one because the Cloverfield monster in Cloverfield is badass. So sorry, monsters here, but those are probably like the coolest like that the most original monsters, of course, Godzilla and like Kong and all them, but I'm talking about like new. And that's why it's just hard to do monster movies. So that's kind of why I'm tying into it, and that's why they're lame. Yeah, D plus for sure. But that is on HBO Max, and that was Elevation, directed by George Nolfi. And the third one we're doing here is Catching Dust, directed by Stuart Gatt, starring Jay Courtney as Clyde, Aaron Moriarty as Gina, Ryan Core as Andy, and Dina Shihabia as Arm, Amaya. Armaya. Sorry. I think I had an R on there and it's just Amaya. I'm not really sure. Sorry, guys. As Gina decides to leave her criminal husband Clyde in their isolated Texas hideout, a couple from New York arrive, ignoring the risk. She convinces Clyde to let them stay. A decision that led to dangerous consequences for everyone. This is a domestic abuse warning one for sure. There's like definite scenes of this dude just going off and smacking her, choking her, and doing some crazy shit to her. Um, she kind of seems to be submitted by it, but she's ready to go on. That's kind of where we're at in this when she kind of meets these people that get hurt close enough to be even like make a plea to anyone to stop what's going on to her happening here. Um, I mean, this movie's kind of a trip to follow. It's kind of hard to understand. It's very freaking slow, and there's only like four actors, and the four actors is like Jay Courtney kind of holds it. Aaron Moriarty probably the best in this movie. Like I said, if you're gonna be a bad movie, the best thing you can do is be the best in it. And this is a bad movie, and she's the best in it. She is from The Boys. You don't realize why I keep talking about her. That's even and Jai Courtney is from Suicide Squad. He's Boomerang, so he's in the Suicide Squad. He's in a couple other things like that. Cassie, I mean, you figure those two there I kind of hold up. It's just kind of slow. The interactions with them is good though, and that's like what kind of saves it from being like a disaster failure movie to like just being like a D. This is a solid D movie overall. I can see how some people are gonna really like this movie and they're really gonna jump to this movie, and I can also see like people like me that are just gonna be like, this movie is just boring. It's not even that it was bad; it's just boring. It's just like, okay, we get it. And both partners for the two couples end up being like more compatible with each other. I say that, I mean Amaya and Clyde and Gina and Andy, because Gina and Andy are artists, and the other two are and Amaya and Clyde are like self-sufficient people that would be like leaders, alpha parts of it. Obviously, the people that are in control of the relationships here. Um, and that makes it interesting a little bit. Like I said, it is boring. Like, I mean, there's a lot worse movies out there. I mean, we've had three of them on the horror movies we just watched, and one of them with Elevation really was worse than this movie because at least this movie there's like acting involved into it. and a little bit of a story involved into it instead of just like a chase around monster thing. So I don't know if this like the thriller type deals kind of speed like kind of get you going and kind of like I'm looking for a brand new one. It's been a while since I've seen one. Maybe we'll try to check this one out. Other than that, I probably just pass this one up. And that was Catching Dust, directed by Stuart Gatt. So those are 3 movies of the week here for Streaming Saturday. Let me know if you watched them. Let me know what you guys think about them. We're gonna go see. I'm gonna go see Mickey or Mikey 17 or whatever it is, Mickey 17. Sunday. I did notice that the Queen of Wrestling was in Across the River. I might go see that. I don't know. I don't know. I I'm more interested in the Queen of Wrestling than the Mikey 17 or Mickey 17 or whatever it is. But I think that overall, Mickey 17 is going to be a bigger movie, obviously, because I don't think that Queen of the Ring even has a big opening, like a nationwide opening. But on top of that, it's probably like more going to be critically acclaimed, and I'm just surprised. And it's a theater I always go to. Like I'd have to go across the river. I think I think it's like a half-hour drive for to watch the Queen of the Ring. So we'll probably be just going to um the Mickey 17 and 53, but you never know. I don't know. We won't know until Sunday. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please have a good rest of your day or night, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section, and see you next time in the cave.